Welcome to another exciting and fun episode of A Week in Review with the Ugly News team right here at the Wazillo Media Studios. It's Fat Tuesday on Wednesday. It's a super show. Marti Gras Lent President's Day recap weekend. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
Did you know that our show is brought to you today by the fine folks at, of course, fine folks. Oh, not again. Yes, it's the Ugly News team brought to you by the fine folks at Pacific Nissan. They're located at Highway 5 and Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach. Give them a call today at 858-581-3200 to learn more about their wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles. Hey, do you need service? No problem. Pacific Nissan also does full service. Our next sponsor, Click Elite. Click Elite is a camera bag that the pros use. From photojournalist to adventure photographer, Click Elite has a bag for you. Go to clickelite.com. Also, sdnews.com for all your local news. They are the local news breaking coverage all around San Diego. sdnews.com, publishers of the Beach and Bay Press, the Peninsula Beacon, and the La Jolla Village Light, which of course can be followed on their Facebook page as well as sdnews.com. And we are at, once again, the Wazillo Media Studios. Let's see them fully. Fun and exciting Wazillo Media Studios.
Beautiful.
Welcome back. How was President's Day weekend?
Loving this. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. I
What
don't
did you
remember any of it, which means that it was a success.
Oh, I remember all of that.
You know what I'm saying?
I left here, and on Friday, Malia had the day off.
Right.
So we...
Your lovely bride-to-be.
Yeah, we cleaned the kitchen.
Oh.
And then on Saturday, we did the laundry.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, well, we didn't do much cleaning. But Monday was a big garage day. Clean. The garage is perfectly clean.
So you cleaned, then you cleaned, then you cleaned.
Yeah, I took a nap.
You are already married, as far as I'm concerned.
It was amazing. I also got a new pre-owned vehicle from the fine folks at Pacific.
I saw that out there, yeah.
Drive there in Pacific Beach. A little Altima, and it's nice. It's clean and it's exciting, and it's our new Ugly News Team van car.
Ugly News Team van car.
Yeah, well, we don't have a van, so it's a car, so it's a van car.
Goes with the hat.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So,
Awesome.
what else happened? There's a lot of exciting things that happened.
It's the Fat Tuesday show.
It's the Fat Tuesday show.
Which is amazing.
Did you hear, do you know what the President's Day weekend's all about?
Yeah, it's the time when you celebrate the legacy of Lincoln and Washington by saving money on mattresses.
See, that's where you're wrong.
No mattresses?
Well, actually, President's Day weekend, I'm going to have to take this off because it's a little itchy.
Can I hold it?
Also, in President's Day, first thing we're celebrating is that we don't have kings. We don't have kings here in America.
Ah, right.
No kings. So we're celebrating our freedom of no kings, no tyranny of a king. But technically, back in 1885, President Chester Arthur created the holiday to celebrate the birth of George Washington.
Do I need to take notes?
No, it's true. It's exciting. He was the 21st president right after Garfield was murdered, so I guess Chester didn't want to make the same mistake. And so he made a holiday.
Garfield loved lasagna.
He did. Yeah, he did. Anyway, so that was really exciting. We learned about that. But here's the most important, the thing that really fried my brain. Because I'm a researcher as a journalist.
Of course.
In 1968, right,
Yeah.
there was a movement. Because what they had, then they created what they call the Lincoln birthday, which is on the February 12th.
Right.
And the George Washington birthday, which is on February 22nd. Okay? So what happened was, because the people apparently were having too much time off, they were writing their congressmen. So in 1968, Congress heard the answer of people and combined the holiday as one.
So the people were saying, "Dear God, we have too much time off.
We have too much time
Can't
off.
handle it.
And so in 1968, Congress...
She's making me clean the garage."
They make me... So that's what they did.
Right.
That's the only logical reason why they would do that.
Your research is a little off. That's pretty good. It's okay.
So you know what I did not do this weekend? I did not go to Circus Vargas.
Oh, why?
I wasn't allowed to.
What do you mean not allowed to go to the circus?
Well, I like the circus because I like clowns and, and jesters and things like that.
Sure.
But Malia thinks that the animals in cages is mean.
No.
Because she said they haven't done any crimes, like the killer whales.
They're not in cages.
Well, the whales are. But here's the interesting thing. According to our report there on the Beach and Bay Press, let's go to this camera and be really in depth on this. I'm really excited. There we are. Ooh, right there. See that? The 13th Amendment does not apply to whales.
Taking notes.
Whales are not people. Tell a
13th
friend. Isn't that amazing?
Amendment. Whales are not people. Real quick, what is this? What is this?
That's a whale. That's a whale.
What's that?
That's a person.
It's a sperm whale.
Ah,
You like that?
got it. We're doing a thing. So anyway, this is what happened. So anyway, we called the Ugly News team. We called the SeaWorld to get a comment on that because we're on their team.
Yeah.
They said an email.
What do you mean?
Like, hey, don't call us. We'll call you.
They wanted the questions in advance.
Something like that.
Very controlled.
And then we called this other. We tried to get a hold of like PETA, but we couldn't find PETA's number. But we did get a hold of an organization called Plants. People who love animals, nutmeg, trees, and snakes.
What?
Yeah,
that's a lesser known.
That's a lesser
entity than PETA.
Yeah, they didn't really care because they're really into serpents. So
it's a serpent protection agency,
I guess. But so they had
find these people.
I'm on the internet.
I love PETA, by the way, because it's a lot healthier for you than just like regular whole wheat bread.
It is.
Yeah.
So did you know? Besides being silly, we had this big discussion about the whales and the freedom of the whales.
Yeah.
And I realized something in their name.
Yeah.
Why they're captive.
Why?
Because they're killers. And that's where you want your killers, in captivity.
Killer whales.
No one in PETA...
In captivity.
No one ever in PETA goes, hey, look at all the seals' lives we saved.
No. Correct, sir.
They are like the Manson family of the ocean. They swim in pods. They attack people for no apparent... or animals for no apparent reason.
Well, do apparent reason to eat them.
Well, they're evil things.
There's a reason.
And the other thing is, too, though, I mean, like when I go to the SeaWorld, I don't really want to see a lobster bounce a ball on its nose because I don't think it could with its clippers. Because I don't think that's good television.
This is really the real show.
So when we come back, we're going to discuss what love has to do with it.
I'm Ron Houston. I'm the general manager at Pacific Nissan. I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to earn your business. You know, I know that you can't do business with everybody all the time, but I'd like to know if we've done something right or if we've done something wrong. So if you can and would take the time, I'd appreciate if you'd give me a jingle at 858-581-3200 so that I can let people know what kind of a job we're doing. Remember, that's Pacific Nissan, Highway 5 on Mission Bay Drive.
Welcome back. Isn't that exciting? So what does love have to do with it?
What does love have to do with it?
Well, it's a secondhand emotion.
Okay.
It's important stuff because what happens is I went to this a lot of people last week had a lot of fan mail about our love show.
A lot of fan mail.
Yes, people were asking us questions.
Is that what happened?
So we're like, how did you misrepresent love so badly? And we apologize.
Sorry.
Did you watch the Daytona 500 this weekend?
I was still feeling sorry.
Yeah. Did you watch the Daytona 500?
I always watch the yes, I did.
Did you enjoy
I watched the Daytona 500 with the cars, and they made left turns, and
that's impossible. For some reason, Daytona 500 has been postponed a week, not because of rain, not because of like hurricanes or anything like that.
I didn't watch it.
You did not watch it. If anything, you could have watched the reruns on Channel 613 if you have Time Warner.
Oh, I do, and I did.
Time Warner, by the way, is going to be a proud sponsor of the Ugly News team.
Really?
Yes, we are this close. The only thing that hasn't put us on the TV yet is the fact that I haven't pressed hard on the check yet. But otherwise, we're there. The sponsors are ready. Wazilla is ready. The fine folks at Pacific are ready. Click Elite, the San Diego Community News Group, and of course, WazillaMedia.com.
But then we'll have to come up with a show.
Yeah, well, we have to do that. Yeah. But anyway, apparently the Daytona 500 was canceled because I learned a lot. So on Monday
it wasn't weather, it wasn't what?
I'm going to get to that. So on Monday night, Chad had us over for after my garage was clean, we went over for the President's Day Dead Animal Fiesta. Tri-tip.
The Dead Animal Fiesta.
That's what you celebrate presidents with.
Tri-tip.
Yeah, tri-tip. Okay. So we're sitting there, we're sitting on the couch, and we started watching the wrestling. You know, the WWE.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, do you know why we were watching the WWE?
Because
the remote was far away.
Couldn't reach it.
Just
went with it anyway.
I started getting excited.
Well, you probably learned something.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Now, Chad thought he was getting younger because Chad's a grad. student. He's got a master's actually.
Yeah.
He's in communication. But I was expanding my vernacular or my canon.
Your what?
My vernacular.
Is that a medical
the
thing?
way you use words? That's
okay.
so anyway. So I was learning the way to put words together. Like,
All right.
how would I explain? Like bed and then sheet. You would say bed sheet, right? You would
Sure.
Fine words like
Yes.
that. So they're doing the same thing, but at a whole new, higher, exciting level.
I don't understand.
So there's this guy. His name is John C. Here he is right now. Can we go to the split screen real quick? Split screen. So this guy right here, right? John Cena, C-E-N-A. And I don't want to mess with him because he's a pretty big guy. And you can see he's so cool. His name is a registered trademark.
Okay.
See that big old R there? So anyway, so what happened was he couldn't. He's the starter of the Daytona 500 this year. You can get back to us.
Oh, I thought it was wrestling.
Well, he is a wrestler, but what happened was they asked him to start the 500, but he couldn't go because he had a WWE vernacular school lesson to teach us on Monday night.
Wait a minute, they stopped an entire race for fake wrestling.
They had no, it's not fake, organic. So what happened was this girl Eve, she did something to make him mad. So he was in the thing and he said, basically the words. You ever hear the word skank?
I love the word skank.
And you ever heard the word juice?
Yeah.
Just like bedsheet, combine them together, you get a word called skank juice.
He did not.
He said, you've been sipping the skank juice. Because she apparently had been. So, it was weird because I was thinking, what a great product.
Yes.
I mean, like,
how would it go?
It would go something like this, like, hey, Julie, how you doing today?
Not so good. I'm feeling a little too wholesome.
Too wholesome, but it would help you out. Skank juice. Did you get that on the camera?
Skank juice.
I can't see it on the camera.
Sorry.
The coloring didn't work.
That
It was
almost
really
worked.
funny. Anyway, so yeah, skank juice. But that wasn't the big thing of the night. That wasn't the reason why.
I worked on that all night.
I know. That wasn't the big reason. You know what the reason was? Apparently, there was some exciting stuff. On Monday night,
Yeah.
the tweet of the millennium
Okay.
was Rage in a Cage.
Why?
Oh, I tell you what.
I don't understand it.
Because apparently this guy named Triple H,
Okay.
I don't even know what element that would be. Is that
Does he
hydrogen?
drink skank juice?
I don't know. Is that,
Kinda-
hydrogen? Is that hydrogen three
Put it
times?
together. Huh.
Why do you
Triple
say
H?
Triple H. I don't know. And he's going to fight the Undertaker in a cage match that's going to be bigger than the Super Bowl, and it was the biggest thing in the world. But here's the thing that I learned the most. I figured out this might not be my calling. Let's go to camera one. My calling might be pro wrestling.
I can see it.
Like this. And we go,
What would it be like?
like this. I'll tell you what we're going to do. It's Monday Night Live, and we're at the Raw, and what we're going to do is we're going to open up a can of skank juice on you, and it's going to be amazing. Something like that. I think I have a... I don't think I could wrestle.
That was the most frightening thing I've ever seen.
Listen, brother. Or not brother. What would you say? They kept saying this other word. Partner. I don't know. It was funnier in rehearsal.
Actually, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was totally awesome, yeah.
I'll send this out to break like that.
Do it again sometime.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to break right now. When we come back, we're going to be discussing how to lose your keys when you need them most. Don't turn that dial. Don't start watching porn on the internet, because we'll be right back with the Ugly News Team. Screen the scene!
Screen the scene!
I want to screen the scene on Wazillo!
Before you go out, screen the scene with Wazillo.com. Don't waste time or money going out to a place that's not perfect for you. Wazillo.com has live video streaming from your favorite bars, taverns, pubs, clubs, and venues. Find a place you've yet to discover. Wazillo.com keeps your eye on the action. Save time by making sure where you're going is the spot where you want to be. Check out the atmosphere, see what bartender is working, and view the crowd. Save money by finding coupons and check out the food and drink specials. Before you go out, screen the scene with Wazillo.com.
Screen the scene!
Screen the scene!
Anyway, Wazilla Media Network,
like
there's a couple things. Not only do we do live super television stations like we do now, but we actually give a service to the people, and the people being human beings.
4 of them.
Oh, yeah, so what happens is, let's pretend it's like Friday night, President's Day weekend, and you want to go out, but instead you'd rather just, clean the kitchen?
Because that's what the woman says.
Well, yeah, but what you could do is you could go on your internet phone, or your smartphone is what they call it, or your internet machine.
Internet for the interwebs?
Yeah. And what you do there, and you say, hey, I want to go to I want to go to this bar.
But is it a dump? Is it fun? Is it a dead party?
Boom.
Is there anything happening?
You look it up, the people are there, and it's exciting, and you go, hey, man, it's fun, and I want to go. Also, the fine folks at Pacific Nissan would like to thank you for the President's Day weekend sale. Click Elite. The fine folks, of course, at sdnews.com. And what's the other thing? No, Wazilla Media Network. We didn't plug them enough today. All right. I don't even know if we're on the air anymore.
Do you feel better?
I hate it when I cough. You know how hard it is to edit that out?
I know.
It is.
But it's organic. It's you.
It is. So, it's Fat
Tuesday
on Wednesday show.
Fat Tuesday on Wednesday.
And I learned some things about it. You know what I didn't learn? And I missed this. You know what I want to learn before we get to Fat Tuesday? Oh, we'll close out with that. Speaker Todd? Okay, we're gonna close out with the presidents as a salute to them. We're gonna continue with this Mardi Gras nonsense. All right, Mardi Gras. You know what it means in France?
It's time to eat.
France. They call it French actually. The French or the France.
The French.
It's literally Fat Tuesday.
It is.
I learned that.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Tuesday Fat.
So a lot of people, I was trying to figure out what I should give up for Lent.
Okay, what is this Lent?
Lent is a time of penance.
Huh?
Basically, it's like you atone. You kind of like hang out in yourself, and you like talk to your God.
I always think of lentils. It has nothing to do with
it. Has nothing to do
so
with
Lent
beans.
means
40 days, 40 nights. You fast of something.
Give up something.
Give up something. I'm giving up fear.
No more fear.
No more fear. Fear of success.
When did you have fear?
Fear of success.
Come on.
I actually wrote cards because I wanted to be successful for Lent,
right.
and it's really flowing well. There hasn't been one glitch so far.
How long does Lent last?
40 days, 40 nights.
Okay, really quick. I'm in a restaurant. Now, this was a couple of years ago, and granted, I'm not Catholic. I don't know all this Lent stuff and
It's
all this
great.
stuff.
It's awesome.
So I'm at a restaurant at Hobnob Hill, very nice after.
That is nice, yeah.
And I'm sitting there. There's a gentleman behind me, and it looks like he's with a date, and he's dressed very nicely.
I think someone's trying
and
to
I
call
turned
us.
around, and I told him,
I'm
because
listening.
I thought I was being helpful.
Someone's calling.
Sir,
Yeah?
you have a smudge on your forehead.
Oh,
You've got some sort of smudge on your forehead.
No, he didn't.
But that's what I said to him.
You can't
and
do that.
He looked at me. I thought I was being helpful, I thought he bumped into something. And he looked at me and he said, "This is none of your concern." And then went back to,
What? Your ignorance runs so deep.
what happened?
And that's why we're here today, to help people out with this kind of confusion, what it's all about. We sat down with Pastor Bodine. Bodad. Really nice guy.
Pastor
And we
Josephus.
actually wandered around with a camera downtown. And
Apparently, when you give people beads, they're willing to tell you what their sins they're going to give up. See? You have to give them something for atonement.
I'm lucky to be in San Diego, Ugly News Team.
Sure.
We're here for Mardi Gras.
Is it Mardi Gras now?
Well, actually, yeah, it's happening right now on Fat Tuesday.
Because I couldn't tell from the way you were dressed.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Where are you guys from?
Here in San Diego.
Oh, really? And what brings you to the Old Town? To celebrate New Orleans in Old Town?
My dad's in town.
Oh, well, welcome, sir. Pretty good. Well, we'll just give you a pair of beads and thank you for being here. And the machine. What does a pastor give up for Lent? Or is it a personal thing you're not supposed to share?
It's not a mystery. I haven't made my decision yet.
Is it hockey?
No, it's not hockey. I'm going to keep playing hockey even during Lent.
Yes. Now, do you know what the Lent? You know what the Lent is?
Yes.
And are you giving anything up for the Lent?
No, I'm Baptist.
So, do you have any things about Fat Tuesdays or anything?
No, just that it's going to be fun.
There you go.
That's right now.
I'm living in Vegas.
Back east, but we're all living in Vegas at the moment, yeah.
So you realize today's Fat Tuesday, right?
That's exactly why we're here, yeah.
All right. And
touristy, for sure.
And what sin will you be giving up during Lent that is destroying your mortal soul?
Oh, it's one of those interviews.
Today is the first day of the last day before sinning stops. For tomorrow's the first day of Lent. Do you have giving anything up for Lent?
No alcohol.
No alcohol. All right, there's a set of beads for you there. What is Fat Tuesday? How does it work?
Well, Fat Tuesday isn't necessarily a church event. So Fat Tuesday is a creation where before Ash Wednesday, before we have to get serious, many people want to party. Kind of like New Year's Eve, when you're going to start the new year fresh and clean with all your resolutions. You get all your sinning and all your trouble out the night before. And so Fat Tuesday, it was a night to live it up before you had to be serious and pious on Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent.
What will you be doing for Lent, if anything?
I am not religious, so I'm not doing anything for Lent.
What sins will you be taking up for Lent?
I don't think we can take that much more.
Yeah, kind of got a full boat of sins going right now. But
Well, congratulations. I've never met anyone that's all sinned up.
Up Lent for Lent, we could give up Lent this year and not, worry about it, and we could.
Does that ever happen? I mean, as a pious person, are you allowed to give up Lent for Lent?
I don't think we could give up Lent for Lent.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I'm a Catholic, so can you help me out? How do I change? Yeah, I mean, apparently I have no Lent to give up. I like it. The last lady's giving up alcohol. You're just giving up nothing. That's great.
I should.
Now, do you guys get to take up any sins as Baptists?
You didn't have to give them up?
No, just like for like
For fun?
just to take up some sins.
No.
I can actually give up the rage. I'm okay with that.
You're giving up rage.
Yeah, I'll give up rage.
All right, he's the Super Bowl champion. No rage for him.
All happy right here. Oh, no rage.
Okay, what will you be doing for dogs or animals?
I actually have 2 dogs, so I will be walking them and feeding them, so I definitely support animal rights.
Good. Animal rights. A Lent second. All right, if you're not for yourself, for the animals. Well, if I don't lose weight during Lent, I'll tell you what, they're going to call next year Fat Walter. My God, that hurt.
So what'd you think? Did you learn
I'm
anything?
starting to get it. So just to recap.
Recap.
So yesterday was Fat Tuesday, which is why today is our Fat Tuesday show on Wednesday.
Right.
So if yesterday is Fat Tuesday obviously is a day to indulge.
Indulge.
Because you're just about to go into Lent.
Right.
And give all that up.
Right. Like right now we're being pious.
Oh, okay, so
We're going to snap sin! Something like that.
not pious.
Yeah, anyway.
So for Lent, are you supposed to give up something sinful that you do, or are you supposed to give up something that's more of a sacrifice, something you like?
It's personal.
So it's up to you.
It's up to you.
Right.
It could be chocolate. It could be reading.
Yeah.
Normally it's not something that's good for you.
Skank juice.
You'd probably give up skank juice.
Right.
You would probably
for the
wanna
whole
give up.
time. I'm thinking.
You know, since we're learning so much
Yeah.
today, I actually had a question. We do trivia here sometimes. It's right now. It's going to be Name That President. Can we get full screen on Name That President, please?
Do I get to play?
Yes, you do. Now the question is, who is this man?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
No, this man is the 8th president of the United States. His name was Martin Van Buren. Cool dude. All right, close your eyes.
He was visited by the spirits.
Okay, our next president. All right, who is this guy?
Oh, wow. That's a guy that comes to your house and wants to use your phone and you shouldn't let him in.
No, that's incorrect again. That is 17th President Andrew Johnson. Yeah.
That being said, I still stick with my...
You still stick with the original one?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
Full screen to us one more time, and I'll give him the last surprise.
okay.
Here we go, here we
Close
go,
my
here we
eyes.
go, here we go, here we go. Who's that guy?
Oh, that's Milhouse. That is Richard Milhouse Nixon.
That is! Congratulations!
Yes!
Do you know, a lot of times, a lot of people say the reason he ran for president is because he was second team on his high school football team.
Yeah.
And he had that grudge in his heart.
He always did.
And that's all
So
he
he
wanted
wasn't
to
good enough. He always thought he wasn't good
wanted to
enough.
make the team.
And he was very sweaty. Did you know that? He was a sweaty guy.
Well, you don't got
was a
you don't have Nixon to kick around anymore.
That's right.
That was a Reagan
You
Nixon.
put a Reagan Nixon.
Well, it's because I have the
Right.
same birthday as Reagan. But the part that's amazing is with President's Day weekend, and I watch the TV sometimes, it's even when it's not my show, and I notice that a lot of times we don't get exposed to every one of the presidents.
No.
Who are these people? There's
wouldn't
only
know.
44 of them.
Do you know which one I like the best? I like Polk. You know why?
Why?
You look at the picture, he has a mullet.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to watch them all.
An 18th century
Don't change
mullet.
the channel for 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Give some respect to the founding fathers and beyond. 44 presidents. Brought to you by the Eddie News. There you go. You're 44 presidents of the United States.
I learned something.
I know, and it's funny is because there's actually like, real networks and everything
Yeah.
like that, and it takes the Ugly News team to actually show you who the 44
Every single one. I learned something really interesting. I never realized the first 15 presidents of the United States all kind of resemble basset hounds. What?
Well, then what did the women look like?
They did. They were kind of
jowly. Jowly. We'd like to thank you for sharing your Ash Wednesday, Fat Tuesday on Wednesday with us here at the Ugly News team. Don't forget to tell a friend, tell a stranger where they can watch the show pretty soon to Time Warner near you. Pretty exciting, right? Our show is brought to you by the fine folks at Pacific Nissan, Click Elite, the San Diego Community News Group, and of course, Wazilla Media. We'll be back next week to discuss the excitement of the Daytona 500 now that what's his name? John Sienna with a registered trademark. I don't know. We'll be starting off the race.
He's a cage fighter or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Now, maybe we could be the #1 tweet this week. Hey, did you see the Ugly News team? They taught us something. We'll be back next week. Keep it real. Don't steal. Happy Lent. Any advice for the Lenters, new Lenters?
If you're new at Lent, how do you do it right, and how do you really have a good Lent?
Yeah, I mean, how do you like the Newt Rockney of Lents? What is it?
Yeah. Well, the Newt Rockney, is something that's really going to get people out there, win one for the Gimper.
Yeah, something like that.
Really, man, it really, you can't sum it up in a few words. Kierkegaard said, theology is something you can't talk to me about while I'm shaving. It's going to be a longer conversation, and most pastors really aren't going to give you a 2-sentence answer. They're going to give you a 2-hour answer. That's one of our problems.
All right, we're cutting. We're cutting.